Hi guys, basically I put this video together to address what has happened in the last 24 hours regarding the System DVD. A lot of accusations have been made. As you might know, Thunderbolt Tommy Dean and Chris Recall have now pulled out of being involved with the DVD. So I just wanted to explain things from my perspective, and it's very disappointing, very disappointing about what's taken place. You know, when the first initial announcement was made and the first clips went up, people were all like, "Oh, you know, this kind of stuff damages kayfabe." You know, I could go on the internet right now and I could put you together a load of clips from any number of people doing shoot interviews. There's Sting, there's Kevin Nash, you know, the list just goes on, you know, which basically they throw kayfabe out the window. Kayfabe died 10 years ago, you know, when the whole WCW, WWE thing kicked off. You know, it was the beginning of the end of kayfabe. The internet killed kayfabe, and I think what has basically taken place. Well, a lot of people have been, you know, they've been ringing me up and they said, "John, it's got absolutely nothing to do with kayfabe," which I partially agree with. I think people were, you know, they were worried that this DVD would, you know, slag people off within the business. I can tell you from the edited highlights, the entire edited video that I have, you know, people were slagged. Well, okay, Prince Charming got slagged off, but I don't think that you know, is really going to do severe damage to Celtic wrestling, and I don't think it's going to cause all that much bad blood. But you know, people have come. They've got in the ear of Tommy Dean. They've got in the ear of Chris Recall, and they've pretty much convinced those two that, you know, if they continue to participate in this DVD, then their, you know, careers are in jeopardy. And I think that's a very sad thing, because the System DVD was supposed to be about, you know, it was supposed to be a celebration of something that I was a part of, something that the other three people involved and El Psycho, who came later on, were a part of. You know, it was a great deal of pleasure personally to all of the people who were involved with it, and hopefully even some of the workers who, you know, weren't a part of it, and we just worked with them. You know, I hope that, you know, that they enjoyed themselves. And what's effectively happened is people have now got in people's ears. They've slated what we've done. They've made them doubt themselves, and they've basically tried to force the DVD to, you know, to closure. You know, I think this is actually not just a wrestling thing. This is a great example of what's happened in this country as a whole, in that people can now not actually, you know, talk about how they feel, speak how they feel on a subject, something they've got so much passion in. They're not allowed to talk about it anymore, because someone will go to someone and, you know, they'll try and ruin them from the inside, and it's all quite sad, and it's all quite pathetic. You know, I mean, if I go back to one of the clips that was on the DVD, Thunderbolt Tommy Dean made comment about the Smarks, which caused, you know, a little bit of a ruckus. You know, I fully understand what Tommy Dean was trying to say, in that there is a proportion of people who, not so much now, but, you know, back in the old days, used to come to the shows just to pick apart everything that everybody did. I'm quite glad that we've somewhat seen the back of those kind of people. But, you know, I think there are a lot of scars there, because, you know, these guys, they try so fucking hard, and I tried so fucking hard, you know. I'm not saying that I was the greatest worker in the world. I'm not saying that I was going to the WWE. I never really feasibly thought that was going to happen. You know, I'm too small for starters, but you know, that's kind of beside the point. But you know, us guys, we go out there. You know, we try our hardest. By God, this shit fucking hurts. You know, it really does fucking hurt. It doesn't matter who you are. You know, I mean, I myself, I thought I broke my wrist at one stage. You know, I've been through the ringer, and I don't even count the fact that I take that many risks in ring. But I think going back to the kayfabe thing, I think half the problem with the whole kayfabe thing now is, and I've often said this it's like trying to convince a 10-year-old that Santa Claus exists once he's actually found out he doesn't. All that you do is that the people who don't see wrestling for what it is, they don't see it as, you know, the fantastic art form, and it really is a fantastic art form. You know, every other bit of artistic media culminates together to form professional wrestling, in my eyes. You know, but the people who don't see that, the reason they dislike wrestling so much is probably because, you know, they think that we're lying to them. And I know that's the case because I've had non-wrestling people who think that wrestling's shit, you know, come up to me and tell me that. I think if we were more honest, which is what I was trying to do, I was actually trying to be honest. If we were more honest about, you know, the fact that, you know, yes, it's fake, but so's every fucking film you see. You know, every film you see is fake. Okay, we're fake. But by Christ, you know, we put on a wonderful show. Just do what you do when you go to the cinema, you know, sit down and let us take you away on a journey. And that's what wrestling's supposed to be about. Getting people to love characters, taking them away on a journey. You know, that's what this DVD was supposed to be about. It was supposed to be, you know, we were going to show 4 guys who basically grew in the business together, created what I think, and I don't care what anyone else thinks, 4 guys who created something quite special, you know, and show how we progressed and grew into friends, and you know how we loved this business, and we gave everything we had, and it's all been swept away by, you know, by politics, and there was no reason for any of these people in the background to get involved with this. There really, really wasn't. And they've scared, you know, 2 people away from, you know, giving the fans what would have been something quite special, because I had gone to so many lengths to really roll out, you know, an amazing experience to, you know, for these people. You were going to see anime, you were going to see Tyler Brown, you know, 4 Tyler Browns on the screen at the same time talking to each other. You know, it really would have been something that everyone enjoyed. I've been told that I should carry on with the project on my own. I'm not sure how comfortable I am doing it, because it's like losing Tommy Dean and Chris Regal to me is like trying to do a documentary on Oasis and removing the Gallagher brothers out of it. You know, I don't think it would work. But I mean, some of the responsibility now of what happens, whether things change, they rely on the people in the background doing the right thing for once, doing the right thing. And also, I'd love to see, I don't know whether I'll see it, but I'd love to see if the fans respond to this and to push forward how much that they want to see it, and show these people that, you know, that this was something that you always really wanted to see. I'm sorry if it doesn't happen. I really, really want it to happen. There's a lot of responsibility falls on an awful lot of people's shoulders to have a look in the mirror and think to themselves, Jesus Christ, we really have taken ourselves too seriously. So I'd like to thank you for watching. Thanks to all the people who showed such a great interest in the DVD, and I hope and I pray that this can all be turned around. But, you know, like I say, people out there watching this, look deep into your hearts, right? and really have a think about it. And, you know, I'm quite open. You can come to me, right, and I don't mind going face to face with you. You know, I've got the least to lose out of all of the 4 people involved, because I really don't care whether I come back or whether I don't. You know, I was scheduled to come back. This kind of political thing has completely changed my mind. But, you know, I have absolutely no problem. Any one of you, if you've got the kahunas, come up to me and talk to me about it, you know. And hopefully, some way, we can come to some arrangement where this DVD, which I believe wholeheartedly the people want to see, will finally get released. But it really is up to you, and thank you very much for your time.